All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are back for another week of Just a Fan Podcast.
Sir, yes, sir.
All right. Hey, do not adjust your screens. Do not log out and try to log back into the show. You're not seeing things, okay? What you're seeing is real, okay? Because guess what? All four of my eyes can see what you're seeing too. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the return of the Memphis.
Here it goes. I don't know what that means, but here it goes.
Steve White.
But hold on. We sorry, I've been away for a while. I know we had an agenda on what to cover first, but Eric, you look kind of mad, man.
Hold on. Wait. Man, let me finish up the introductions, man. Relax. Hold on. Relax. Anyway, next to my, well, whatever, on this side, the man whose blood is boiling right now. I mean, bubbling. Coming straight out of Houston, Texas. Eric Wright, a.k.a. Pando 316. He's ready to bring this right here. Let's go.
Can y'all beep out most of the stuff I'm gonna have to say?
I wish I could, man. So hey, keep it as clean as you can, man. Filter yourself. Come on, baby. Filter yourself. Come on.
I want to hit John Lynch with a chair.
Huh?
I want to hit John Lynch with a chair.
No, man. Come on, man. We ain't doing that. It's okay.
No, it's not.
Hey,
it's pretty far from okay.
Hey, look. Hopefully, Eric's girlfriend is on here and she can go to Houston, Texas, and give him a hug or something. And then there's me, the one who they call the NFL encyclopedia. The Wildcat quarterback that runs this thing, not the actual quarterback, but the Wildcat quarterback that runs this thing.
Okay.
Brandon Williams. All right. So what's up, guys? I tell you what, Steve did bring up a good point. Erica's on fire because I mean, look at his face. Look deep into his eyes, into his soul. It's on fire. Let's talk about this. Your boy, San Francisco 49ers. Jimmy G has remained your favorite quarterback of all time. Yes, even over Joe Montana. Let's go.
Lies you tell.
So, all right, E. So what's happening? What's happening with the team?
John Lynch is an idiot.
Okay.
You will never be able to underestimate the idiocy of John Lynch, because when you weigh the pros against the cons in this move that he's made by re-signing Jimmy Garoppolo, he has basically derailed this team from contending for a Super Bowl this year.
What do you think that's about? Like, why? I know you're gonna say because he's an idiot, but like, what do you possibly think, knowing your organization as well as you do? What do you think it is?
Okay, so some people coming up with logical explanations. Well, you got a surefire backup quarterback. You know, Jimmy Garoppolo is probably one of the best backup quarterbacks in the league because he was a starter for so long and so on and so forth. Okay, first thing first, yes, that's true. As a backup quarterback, that's great. But on somebody else's team, that's the issue.
Yeah.
And basically, the Niners went to him and said, okay, you want to be a backup here or you want to be a backup somewhere else where you don't know the system? You're going to take a pay cut regardless.
Mhm.
So you're going to give us back about $20 million. Take this 6 over here, and you can be the backup here. But everybody knows, everybody who has common sense, let me just qualify that, because this has a lot to do with common sense and people who have real knowledge about this stuff.
True.
Because there are a lot of people who are celebrating this, and they are stupid. Yes, I'm talking to you. If you think keeping Jimmy Garoppolo on his roster is a smart thing, I'm talking to you, America. You are stupid. Okay, because you are the same amount of people that are the same people that keep saying Jimmy's a winner. You're in that same category with them. Okay. No. Because here's the thing. The 49ers had success in spite of Jimmy Garoppolo, not because of. The Packers have success because of Aaron Rodgers. The Buccaneers have success because of Tom Brady. The Seahawks, when they were good, had success because of Russell Wilson. It's a completely different story when we're talking about Jimmy Garoppolo. As a matter of fact, Jalen Ramsey said that when Jimmy Garoppolo first got to San Francisco, he's a scheme quarterback. He ain't nothing special.
Mhm.
He ain't nothing to write home about. Jalen Ramsey said that.
Okay.
And guess what? That's what he is. So the people that's Jimmy Garoppolo's a winner. He's a winner. He's a winner. Da. You looking at the win-loss columns and you ain't looking at the games. You obviously ain't looking at the games. Okay?
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Don't get me wrong. There's been a couple of games he's brought the team back from and everything like that. Out of 5 years he's been there, I can count on probably one hand how many times he's done that. I had a broken wristwatch that was right twice a day. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you need to log off. Whoever it is, talking about Jimmy is great. You can't even spell great. So get out, go. Bye. Brandon, stop putting that foolishness up here. Okay. So bottom line is this. John Lynch created a quarterback controversy where he did not have to create one.
Didn't I say that was going to happen? I said that was going to happen.
That is because you have all the Jimmy apologists that are like, if Trey Lance, you put undue pressure on Trey Lance now, because if Trey Lance is constantly looking over his shoulder now, he's constantly looking over his shoulder. They talking the talk, but they're not walking the walk.
And you can't do that to young quarterbacks, man.
No, you can't. You're absolutely right. You cannot do that. You sit up here and you talk about this is your team. You the man now, but every move that you have made has said to the contrary that is not your team, Trey. And so that's the next thing. So you're messing with the boy's psyche. He constantly looking over his shoulder. If you know how the fan base is. A lot of these people, they diehard Niners fans, but I'm gonna just be real. Some of the people in our fan base are not very smart. Okay, so if the minute Trey Lance throws an incomplete pass, they need to put Jimmy in. They need to put they need to put Jimmy in.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm going to say this like this. This is an old country saying. If you always do what you've always done, you will always get what you've always got. Jimmy Garoppolo is 31 years old. We know exactly what he is.
Yeah.
And nothing more. Okay? We don't know what Trey Lance is yet.
That's
okay?
True.
He's shown us sparks of like what he could be. And just those little flashes shows he has more to bring to the table than Jimmy Garoppolo does.
But you got it. A person like Trey Lance, you have to, a young kid, you have to give him the freedom to leeway on your team and the confidence, like you're our guy no matter what. You can't have the starting quarterback from last year who took the team to the NFC Championship. You can't keep someone like that on the roster, man. Like, if you're going to move on. Now it's like, Trey's like, man, I messed up.
Somebody who rode the bus to the NFC Championship. He didn't take him. Debo Samuel took him. Nick Bosa and Fred Warner took him. That's who took him.
I got you. But regardless, it's you got to let him. You got to give him the team, and keeping Jimmy on the roster is not giving. And Jimmy's contract $6 million base, he can earn up to 16.
Yep.
I don't know what
So
the
now
bonus
you have an incentive-based contract for a backup
Yeah,
quarterback. Where the
yeah.
hell? Who does that?
He's by
Who
far
does that?
he's the most accomplished backup quarterback in the league right now, for sure.
No, I can't take that from him. But who gives a quarterback an incentive-based contract?
John Lynch.
Like, oh, if you throw so many, exactly. This is why I say John Lynch is an idiot right there. That's why. And you know what I really want to say about John Lynch? But this is a family show.
Woo!
Yeah,
So-
man. And then isn't there? And I don't want to hop on this too long, but isn't there? I think Lynch and Shanahan, one of them said that it's going to be an open competition all season or something. Like every week is going to be whoever does the best in practice or something, or it can change at any given moment throughout the season. Didn't one of them say
And
that?
that's why Shanahan's an idiot, because you know the old adage: if you got two quarterbacks, how many you got?
Yeah.
We
There's
got a good
no
question right here.
no continuity. There's
Yep.
no continuity anywhere on the team, which brings me to my next point of why this is stupid. You finna divide the locker room.
Hold on. We got a good question here, Eric.
Is going to start finish the season as a starter? I have no idea, because the powers that be that in the 49ers organization have already proven their level of just ineptitude and stupidity already. So ain't no telling. Honestly,
that question, he could start. That means he starts week 1. Finish means he finishes week 17, 18, whatever. So he can start and finish, but it's a good possibility that Jimmy G will start some games this season. I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense.
Heresy.
That's a big possibility.
Heresy.
It is.
Because you know what he's done. You know he can't take you there. He's shown. Here's another quick little country story. There's a woman walking around in the snow. It was a blizzard. It's coming down sideways in the snow. It was freezing cold. It's 20 below. She finds a snake frozen in the doggone snow. Snake's still alive. She takes the snake home. She warms him up. She feeds him. She takes care of him. Nurses the snake back to health. As soon as the snake got back to health, the snake bit him. She was like, "How could you do that to me after all I've done for you?" And you know what he said? "You knew I was a snake."
Yep. I know that story.
Jimmy Garoppolo's that snake. We know what he is.
But Eric, I just want to say this, and you heard me say before. I get you don't like. I get he can make way better plays than he's made before, but he has taken your team.
He ain't took him nowhere. He was in the backseat of the bus.
Wait. Hold on, Eric.
Stop saying that. Stop telling that lie. Stop pushing that bush.
He was on the team.
Eric, guys, time out.
He ain't took nothing.
Time out.
He rolled along. Jimmy Garoppolo was a kid. No. I'm gonna talk right now. No. Here it is. Jimmy Garoppolo is the kid that sat in class on a group project and all he brought was pencils. Period. Don't tell that lie.
So he just handed the ball and threw.
Steve, hold on.
You damn right. He didn't push the ball past 15 yards the whole damn season. You don't know because you ain't watched the games.
Hey guys.
Every time he dropped back to pass, 49er fans cringe.
Hey guys.
Don't sit up there and tell that lie.
Hey guys.
He ain't took nothing. He took the money. That's about all he took. Don't sit up and tell that lie.
He was a quarterback, man. He could have done a lot worse. Right? He could have done a lot worse.
Hello.
The team won in spite of him, not because of him. The running game, the defense. Stop crowning him like he a doggone savior. I'm sick of that narrative. I'm sick of all these ignorant-ass folks that sat up and did not watch the games. They look at the win-loss count.
I'm going to go ahead and mute myself.
You realize we won games with Jimmy threw for less than 200 yards?
Yeah.
A lot of them. So miss me with that.
All right.
Stop that tape he took. He ain't took nothing but some money.
Okay. All right.
Joe Montana took us somewhere. Steve Young took us. Hell, Joe Garcia took us somewhere.
Steve, Eric. Okay. Let me say this, okay? And this is more so to you, Steve, okay?
Yeah, let's go off of Jimmy G. because Eric.
No. Wait.
No, we have to. We gotta move on. Go ahead, Brandon. Go ahead.
Nah. Okay. All right. So fine, scratch it then. But I'm gonna say it in the group chat then. I'm gonna say it in the group chat because I'm gonna correct you, Steve.
Okay.
I'm gonna correct you. Okay.
Hey,
Anyway,
this is a microcosm. This is a microcosm of the type of
wait a minute. Hold on. Whoa.
that John Lynch is creating right now.
Interesting comment here. We got interesting comment here.
You can say the same thing. No.
See,
At
Jameson.
least Russell Wilson can push the ball further than 10 yards down the field, Jameson.
The words in.
Go ahead, Brandon. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I know where James is coming from. I know what James is trying to say.
It was for Russell Wilson. It was maybe more so his first 2 or 3 years, yes. But once that Legion of Boom defense and everything else started dismantling, he was carrying that team on his shoulders.
All Russell.
But they were doing anything once they carried on the show. Like
I get. Okay, but Steve, can you do anything without a run game? Can you do anything without an offensive line? I mean, he had 2 receivers.
I think
that was it.
I think what James is trying to say is now Russell's way better than Jimmy Garoppolo. But I think what James is trying to say is the defense they had gave them the ball a lot to capitalize off. Now, I mean, we know Russell has way more arm talent. He had a beast running back, but I can't. I think that's what he's trying to say, but I'll never say that he's the same as Jimmy G. Nah, Russell's
that's absurd. Exactly. I agree, Steve. I agree. That's absurd to say that. Yeah. That is just completely that's not even close to the realm of reality right there. That's like who was that came on last week talking about Russell Wilson as a pretender. I was like, you need to log off right now, sir, and then burn your laptop.
Yeah.
Or your phone.
Russell's a beast.
Yeah. Like
stronger arm.
Absolutely.
Better arm talent. I mean,
and again, I don't even like Russell Wilson like that, but I'm not finna besmirch his name like that. Yeah. He's no. You can't put them in the same breath.
No, I can't.
But at the end of the day, this is going to derail the 49ers being a contender because you have caused a circus where you didn't have to have one.
Depending on how things go, if I'm Trey Lance, I'm asking for a trade. If I'm Trey Lance, depending on how things go in the season, I'm probably asking for a trade.
And you know what? He would be absolutely right for doing so. You like him so much, you keep him. I'm gonna go somewhere where I want it.
Exactly. He can start something.
And they're gonna actually build around me. And actually, when they tell me it's my team, you're gonna actually do things to show that it's my team. They drafted a doggone running back in the 3rd round who's not even a starter, and the interior offensive line is still in shambles.
All right,
but it's your team, Trey. You signed the guy that I'm supposed to be replacing. You didn't gave him an extension, but it's my team.
Yes,
really?
That's right.
You saying one thing, but you doing something over here that says the opposite.
Yeah.
And Trey Lance, just because he's a class act, and he's like, oh man, I'm so hyped and I'm so pumped about the quarterback room, and yay, me and Jimmy are friends. Jimmy trying to take your job, boy. You don't recognize what's going on? Like, nah, the minute you throw an incomplete pass, they going to be clamoring for Jimmy. Y'all didn't see that. I went to the 49ers game this past Thursday, 49ers versus Texans, and they had idiots all in the stands talking about let Jimmy play, had big old signs up.
Wow.
And I was like, hey, sit down and shut up. Sit down.
I'm surprised you didn't get arrested or nothing, man.
I damn near did. I was like, you about as dumb as a sack of wet mice up there holding that sign up. You as sharp as a box of marbles like that.
I can't go to a game with you. Eric, I rescind my invitation this season to you. And Brandon, I'm nervous watching the game with you in person, man.
All right. Let's move on. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching us on YouTube, real quick, please hit the like button, the thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed to us yet, so please subscribe. Share this content. Facebook, like us. Love it as well. Share it as well. Any way you're watching it, just share, like, subscribe. Okay. Next topic. We had a lot of NFL news and notes over the last 48 hours. Um, let's talk briefly about the Chauncey Garner trade.
Oh,
He
hey,
got
Titus Ross is on. He's watching us right now. Long
Yeah.
time Saints fan. Grew up in New Orleans. And we were talking offline about this a
I was
minute
just down
ago.
in New Orleans. I was just down there.
And
So Chauncey Garner Johnson got traded from New Orleans to the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yes.
Trust me, when that trade first happened, I saw it today. Now, that had my blood bubbling because
now,
I'm tired of the Eagles.
okay, because I took over the last segment. I'm gonna let y'all go, but I'm gonna see if y'all on the same page with me. Go ahead.
Listen. The Eagles have the best roster in the NFC East, but
Really.
it depends on what the hell Jalen Hurts is gonna do.
And their head coach.
Right.
Okay, so y'all talking about the Eagles side of it, right?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. I don't want to talk about the Saints side of it. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I mean, it depends on what he does, man. They got the roster, they got every position, they're loaded, man. They got good veterans, they got talent. It just depends on.
Yeah, they do. I mean, they're good at receiver, they're good at tight end, O-line, D-line, linebackers, DBs. They're good.
And Jalen Hurts has gotten better since he came to the league, but it just depends on his mental toughness and fortitude, man, during the game. Because if he ain't there, it don't matter. It don't matter because every unit feeds off the other. If he's having 3 and outs, defense gets tired. If the defense performs well, he gets opportunities. But if he's not locked in, then he won't produce. So they're looking good. I'm not gonna lie. They're looking good. They're looking really good this year.
On paper,
on paper, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, look.
You're right.
Look. They are clearly paper champs of the division, but one thing I know, paper don't win championships.
Absolutely not. Yeah. And like I agree with Steve completely when he says it's all going to hinge on how well Jalen Hurts plays.
Mm-hmm.
That there's no disputing that. There's no disputing it. Now the Saints side of it, okay. Like I said, I got my buddy, our fraternity brother, Titus Ross. He's a long-time fan of the show. He watches every week and comments.
Okay.
And we talked offline about this, and he was like, bruh. And I was like, bruh, calm down. The Saints have one of the deepest secondaries, quiet as kept in the NFL.
Listen, the Saints defense, they've always had a defense. And
this is recent years.
Ever since when Sean Payton became head coach, they have had a defense. I ain't gonna lie.
Listen, they don't have a defense for sure.
But just in recent years, and he's like, the contract was part of it, Titus. You didn't bring that up when we were talking earlier, but the contract is a big part of it. So they had a deep secondary. CJ wanted more money. And it's like, wait a minute, we have an overabundance. We have a plethora of defensive backs who can play well. And this guy wants a lot of money. Why would we pay him when we can just go with these younger guys who ain't making that much money?
If he takes the corner.
And he plays a lot of slot. He does does a lot of nickel stuff. Sometimes he's a safety in the nickel.
Steve.
But the thing is like he has value. So it's like, okay, let's get something for him instead of letting him go.
Sure. Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to explain to Saints fans. I'm like, it's okay. He can go. You guys are going to be fine in the secondary without him. Trust me. Mm-hmm. You're going to be more than fine. Okay, yeah, but I'm talking about recently, Titus. He said the best defense we had was a Super Bowl year. Yes, but I'm talking about recently. Recently. Okay. This secondary that the Saints have, you have a lot of unsung guys. Yes, you don't have a lot of household names outside of the Honey Badger. You got a lot of guys. We were just talking about it. It was 2 guys. They drafted one last year and they drafted one this year that were I had a high draft grade on them going into the draft, and that is Paulson Adebo.
Yep.
Who's a fantastic corner out of Stanford.
Yep.
And then this year they drafted Alontae Taylor.
Okay.
And the only reason why he went so low is because Tennessee just didn't have a great season. But you put on the film, this kid jumps off the page.
Bro. Bringing in the Honey Badger alone, like he's a Hall of Famer. He is a future Hall of Famer easily.
Yes, he is.
And then you throw in Roby, who can play the slot, who started his career playing in the slot.
Exactly.
So I'm like, you guys are good, Saints fans. Trust me, your secondary is not going to be a problem this year. If everybody in your secondary stays healthy, you will not have a problem in the back end of your defense.
And the thing is, Honey Badger is a very smart DB. He can
get everybody lined up.
He not
only can he get everybody lined up, he can anticipate routes very well.
Yeah.
And just make sure everything is straight.
He's a very underrated defensive back.
Yes,
very underrated.
There's coverages. They run a lot of match coverage, and so he's perfect for that because he's a safety cornerback hybrid. Mm-hmm. Chauncey Garner was a perfect match for that because he's a safety corner hybrid. And we didn't mention Marshawn Lattimore, who pretty much handles, the number one receivers.
Oh my God! I completely forgot about Marshawn. I'm just talking about the other guys. So that's another feather in your hat, Saints fans.
Yeah.
Relax.
Yeah.
Relax.
Yeah. And Marshawn plays in phase, which works perfectly with the Honey Badger.
Yeah, I love. Like I said, I love the coverage. Dennis Allen is the head coach now, but he was the defensive coordinator. Christian Shard is the DB's coach. It's loaded at DB for them.
No problems. You got a guy that wants $12 million. Bye. It's different if he wants $12 million and you hurting in the secondary, and you definitely hands down need him.
And the thing is, you can't get mad at people wanting what they feel like they're worth. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's going to get it in Philly, and it's like, all right, I mean, you're getting the money that you want to get. More power to you.
Titus, I'm going to make a bet with you, bro. If y'all don't have a good season, I guarantee your secondary will not be the problem. He's very worried about that as a Saints fan, and I'm trying to tell Saints fans.
That's what they had Eli Apple. That's why he's probably a little worried about it.
Anybody who's ever had Eli Apple has a right to be concerned, but he's no longer on your team. He's the Bengals' problem. So trust me, Saints fans, you do not have anything.
I would never ever forget when Eli Apple was drafted. Man, me and Steve, man, we laughed all the way until
he's god awful.
The following week.
I was excited when the Giants got him.
Oh my goodness, what?
It's great. Ain't it great when your division rival drafts somebody who's trash?
Yeah.
It's like oh, that's great. yeah. Oh God, I hope he starts. And guess what, Eric? He said CJ was the energy that they fed off of. But guess what? Now you have Tyrann Mathieu. You're Tyrann Mathieu now.
Oh, do they call him Toast?
I would.
That's an upgrade.
I would kill that Tyrann Mathieu on my roster. I don't know about y'all.
I would love to have the secondary that the Saints have right now, post cut, on my team. I'm just saying.
Yep.
I would take it. I would take it any day.
Yep.
I would. The only thing that I might take, that's even close to that, might be the Bills if Tre'Davious White was healthy.
Right.
That Bills secondary, but
that Bills secondary, and I would probably maybe think the Chargers.
Yeah, that's another good one.
Yeah.
But yes, please, Saints fans, they're paying Taysom what? They paying Taysom Hill $100 million. When did that happen?
No, they're not. Y'all know we know about this.
Stop it.
I think the contract. I'm not going to get into it, but I think it's something about the contract that if he plays like an X amount of time at quarterback, he gets paid as much. If he plays,
his incentives could reach 94 possibly.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. So,
but Jameis is the starter, so I don't know how he's going to reach those incentives.
Right. Exactly.
Doggone tight end.
He's a football player, man.
He's a tight end.
Thank you. I agree.
Period.
All right. Next topic. All right.
I hate that so much.
All right. Next topic. Alex Leatherwood of the Raiders got waived. He was a first-round pick by them in 2021. He was a final first-round pick under Mike Mayock.
He should have. He should have got drafted by them that high. He was the most penalized offensive lineman in D1 football his senior year.
And
then it translated to the NFL.
Hold on.
He was, in my
Wait,
opinion,
wait. I'm not finished yet. I'm not finished yet. Hold on.
You say go ahead. That's how I
we
went.
got to roll, man. Let's go. We being Steve. We ready to go. Let's go, baby.
You say go. I went. Okay, my bad.
I didn't say go.
You
Okay,
say go ahead.
I did not say go ahead.
Okay.
Excuse Brandon. He hadn't had his meds today. I apologize.
Go ahead, B.
Go ahead, Brandon.
All right. So Mike Mayock, in those 3 years of drafting, who was supposed to have been the NFL draft guru on NFL Network.
I know where you're going.
He drafted 3 players in the first round, and they did not get their 5th-year options accepted. The next 2 first-round picks of 2020 are no longer on the roster for stupid reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And now Alex Leatherwood is no longer on the roster. Gentlemen, what this NFL draft guru failed
egregiously.
He's not a guru.
So then, why would we call him?
I think he was saying he's
I know
draft guru with Eric.
I know, because you teased him early in the Marco Polo. Yeah, I mean, the best pick I could think they've had recently is probably Josh Jacobs, and then I think either Hunter Renfrow was a pretty decent draft pick. But other than that, man, they bombed. Man.
Which is terrible.
Yeah, they bombed, and they've had so many chances to get the right folks.
And Mike Mayock said that when he and John Gruden talked about teaming up as to be a GM and head coach, that they had this plan and stuff, and they know what to look for and what not to look for. But those 6 first-round picks in 3 years.
Yeah. Well, let's say they don't draft well high because they got Max Crosby.
Well, yeah.
He's panning out for them. He's a good player.
Right.
And free agency, they've got some good pieces with the Carr, Devontae Adams, obviously. But drafting in that first round,
they didn't bring in Devontae Adams.
The Raiders in free agency.
The Raiders brought in Devontae Adams, not Mike Mayock.
Oh no, some of the Raiders. Okay.
Okay, now that's a little different now.
Okay.
Well, yeah, but as far as what Mayock has done in the draft, it's kind of suspect, to put it nicely.
My thing is this: I know you said they hit on Max Crosby late, but you need to also be hitting on your first round picks because those guys are supposed to be staples on your team for 5, 7, 9, 12 years, depending on position and salaries and salary cap and stuff. So
it was extremely short-lived.
Mm-hmm.
Very short-lived. So but now Alex Leatherwood, did Waller just get a new contract?
Yeah, they pay Waller, but what I'm saying, Waller came up from Baltimore. That wasn't even their draft pick.
Right. That was somebody brought in.
Oh, yeah. Baltimore did draft Waller. That's right.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
That's
and Baltimore
right.
fans are still kicking themselves in the face behind that.
That's right.
So, but
don't matter because they won 14 personnel anyway. Go ahead.
Don't get me started on that because because the Baltimore fans
we ain't going there.
We
ain't going there right now.
But
14 personnel, 23 personnel.
Right. But they'll run 4 tight ends and 1 back. But and the back in the backfield be a tight end. But it's neither here nor there. We're talking about Alex Leatherwood. Alex Leatherwood was touted as a very good tackle who turned out to be a serviceable guard. That's about what he is. That's his ceiling.
Yeah, because they're moving the right guard. I'm like, dude,
he's a serviceable guard. That's what he is. He was never meant to be a NFL tackle. Now, is there somewhere for him to be, even though he's been cut? Yeah, I can see that. I can see a couple of teams letting somebody go and picking up Alex Leatherwood to play guard. I can see that.
His problem.
Go ahead.
His problem has been fighting and penalties. You don't draft the most penalized offensive lineman in like that high.
Yeah.
You don't.
Yeah.
You just don't do it, man. And they did it.
And if you're gonna be committing that many penalties and fighting that much, you better be doggone. You better be killing the game. Like Aaron Donald can get away with stuff like that because he Aaron Donald.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Aaron Donald stay penalized, roughing the passer calls, unnecessary roughness. He stay fighting. He was in a fight last week.
Mm-hmm.
You know that he can do that because he Aaron Donald. But if you're gonna be a mediocre to fringe type bubble type player, you can't be doing that.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta keep your nose clean. You know. but I still say he's a serviceable guard if he can clean up the
Oh
behavior.
yeah,
the home
he
field
can play. He can play for sure.
Yeah,
He
but
can
I
play.
wouldn't put him at tackle unless I was just really in a pinch. Then maybe. But yeah, the Raiders, they're on an uptick right now, despite the debacle of Gruden Mayock. They're still bouncing back. They're still considered to possibly be a contender this year. So we just have to wait and see what's going on.
That division's tough though, man. That division's that's a good
It's
division.
a very,
man.
very, very good division.
That's right. And Eric said it correctly finally that it is the toughest division in the NFL. Hold on now.
I think so. I think
it is now. It is now because after Stafford messed up his elbow and John Lynch has proven unequivocally that he's an idiot.
No. You're not getting away with this one, Eric. You said it 2 weeks ago.
Keep bringing this up? We talked about this 3 weeks ago. You still trying to bring it up?
That's because you knew that you were wrong.
I didn't tell you like this. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna tell you like this, and I'm gonna say it in front of everybody in our entire audience. I'm not always right, but I'm more right than I'm wrong.
That's true. I'll give you that. I will give you that.
All right.
But yeah, the division's tough because the Raiders, the Broncos,
they are the toughest division in football as of right now.
It's tough. And that AFC, man, even the North is tough too, man. That North is gonna be competitive,
AFC
man.
North?
Yeah, I think they're gonna be competitive, man.
So Steve, you think the AFC North is still tough even with Deshaun Watson being out 11 games? I mean, you got 3 good teams. And then again, we still don't know what the quarterback situation is going to be like in Pittsburgh.
That's true. Well, for Deshaun Watson playing, I could see them being up there too. I could see. I feel like I really feel like every division.
Remember, Baltimore still runs 14 personnel. I mean, they win games.
But Lamar still don't. I mean, they're still going to be competitive, and
they put 5 tight ends and Lamar Jackson on the field,
and they're still going to be teams.
I wasn't going to go there, Eric.
They're still going to be teams.
I wasn't going to go there. But anyway,
boy, those tight ends.
Well, no, but Eric, you got to remember they do got to keep a running back in the backfield. That's why I said 14 personnel.
I bet you the running back probably played a little tight end sometime in his career from Pop Warner to high school. I'm willing to bet that. I'm just saying. Somewhere between Pop Warner and college, he played some tight ends at one point.
Hey, look.
I don't like Greg Roman, okay?
Hey, look. I keep saying on the show, let me be the OC in Baltimore, baby. We're going to Super Bowl.
Okay.
A castrated chimpanzee is a better offensive coordinator.
Eric always has these.
I'm just saying.
Hey, let's get to this list, man.
Hold on, wait. I like this comment right here, man. Lamar needs to get out of Baltimore. I agree, Titus.
And first of all, they need to run him his bread. That's the first thing.
Oh, he's gonna get that.
That's one thing I got a problem with.
He's gonna get that. Why he's gonna stay? He's gonna stay. He's gonna get paid though. He's gonna get paid.
We were talking about it offline. We were saying, you put Lamar Jackson. Let's say hypothetically, let's say the Baltimore Ravens have an epiphany and they fire Greg Roman as their offensive coordinator. Mm-hmm. And then who's at home on the couch? Sean Payton. Let's say Sean Payton's their offensive coordinator. Mm-hmm. OMG. With that quarterback and that offense?
Oh, yeah.
Y'all think y'all like Lamar Jackson now?
Huh. Yeah, that would be. Yeah.
Greg Roman is wasting Lamar Jackson. That's one of those in spite of situations.
We say
Lamar Jackson is. Go ahead.
We say every season. We say every season about Greg Roman. Every season.
Like he's phenomenal in spite of Greg Roman.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine what he would be like with a great offensive coordinator?
Mm-hmm. I told you, give me a call.
Oh my God. So yeah.
Hey, look.
Fans, I don't care if you're mad.
Look. I almost got my playbook ready. The only thing I need to put together is my terminology and put my plays with the terminology, and I'm good. I'm ready to go. I'm almost finished. I'm about 95% finished. Hey, look. Matter of fact, I'm 95% finished on offense, 75% finished on defense.
I believe.
All right. So, moving on. Next topic. 20-1 in the top 100 countdown. This is the list. Now, okay, last week we came up with 20 names who we thought was going to be on this list. We got most of them. We didn't get all of them, but it's all good though.
Yeah.
At number 20, and I'm going to just go over this real quick. 20 is J.C. Jackson of the Chargers while he was with the Patriots.
That's fair.
19, Deebo Samuel of the 49ers.
That's fair.
18.
I think he should be higher on that one.
18.
You think Deebo should be higher?
They should be higher on that one.
18, Shaq Leonard. 17, Justin Jefferson. 16, Michael Parsons. 15,
Darius Leonard. No one calls him Shaq. Probably except for his mama. Darius Leonard.
Hey, hold on. Let me run through this. Let me run through this real quick.
Okay.
Justin Jefferson 17, Michael Parsons 16, Tyreek Hill 15, Trent Williams 14, Josh Allen 13, Derrick Henry 12, Myles Garrett 11, Travis Kelce 10, Jalen Ramsey 9, Mahomes 8, Vontae Adams 7, T.J. Watt 6, Jonathan Taylor 5, Cooper Kupp 4, Aaron Rodgers 3, Aaron Donald 2, Tom Brady 1. Let's go.
I think Derrick Henry and Cooper Kupp are too high on this list.
Agreed.
I definitely agree on Cooper Kupp.
I think if you put any of the top, like the top receivers in that offense last year, they all probably get 3,000 yards receiving. I think Cooper Kupp, I think he's a good receiver. He benefited from the system, but he knows he's not better than probably 7 receivers in the league.
Matter of fact, not only did he benefit from the system, he benefited from Matthew Stafford, who was an upgrade over Jared Goff.
What's I'm saying? I mean, the offense and the system is what I mean. But like, shoot, even Derrick Henry, man, they still writing off his 2,000-yard season the year before. It's like he had 937 yards last year. How is he there?
I was gonna talk about Derrick Henry a little bit. This year, I wouldn't have him that high. Yeah. Would he be on the 100? Absolutely. Would I put him in the top 20? Probably. But yeah, I think he's a little high.
Yeah.
I think he's a little high. So yeah, there's a couple of guys. I agree with you about Cooper Kupp. I feel like Devontae Adams is a better wide receiver.
Oh, definitely.
There's the big brouhaha going on with Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers.
Brady should not be number 1 on that list.
I agree.
He should not be number 1. I think he's great. Agree. He should not be number 1 on that list. I think Jamar Chase was too low on that list, and he wasn't even in the top 20. I think he was way too low on that list.
I think Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady were both too high. I think I would have had Josh Allen and Mahomes over both of them.
Ooh. If you really want to go into that conversation, then yeah, I mean, it could be an argument made. If you really want to go, you Brandon, you're not far off. Yeah. Okay, that's not crazy. What you're saying is not crazy.
That's me personally. I got Mahomes and Allen over Rodgers and Brady. Sorry.
Yeah, time moves on.
Time does move on. I don't think I could put Mahomes over Tom Brady only because he started last season very slow. And so we're talking about the whole season. Remember, the first half of last season, Tristan was talking about how he wouldn't even win in his division or even get the playoffs because his performance was so bad.
I will give you that.
He lost so many games early on in the season. I'm putting I like Josh Allen, but I'm putting Aaron Donald probably a little higher on that list. Because he's undoubtedly the best person at his position. He's not even arguing.
So wait, Steve. You say you put Aaron Donald a little higher. Aaron Donald's 2. So
okay. Oh, my bad. Okay. I know
you gonna put him a little higher.
No, I thought he was like 5 or something. Okay. I don't know. I mean, I don't think Tom Brady was the best last year. I don't think he thinks he.
No, I don't think so either. So okay, that's a fair question. Who do you think should have been number 1?
As far as what they did last year?
Yes.
An argument would have to be made for Aaron Donald.
I gotta say, I would say Aaron Donald, or I might have to say, I'm gonna give you 2 names. I'm gonna give you 2 names I think should have been in the top 5 based off of what they did last year. I'm gonna say Jamar Chase and Jonathan Taylor should be in the top 5.
Jamar Chase, okay.
Jonathan Taylor, they have to be. And you gotta look at the numbers and look at how good their teams were because of them. You have to do that.
Okay.
Eric, I guess you're right. You would have to put Aaron Donald number one because I just couldn't see. The only other person who could have probably came close might have been T.J. Watt.
TJ Watt played out of his freaking mind.
TJ Watt did. TJ Watt, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. And he missed some games.
He missed about 2 or 3 games.
Yeah. And I'd have Devontae Adams over Cooper Kupp, but I still wouldn't have him way up at 7. Because, I mean, he just got completely erased in the divisional round of the playoffs. And you're supposed to be an all-world receiver. You're supposed to still be getting your catches even if you lose the game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he got erased.
Yeah.
He got erased by an undrafted corner, to say the least.
Oh, we got a good guest over here. Look who's here.
So, wait, what?
Look who's on here.
Yeah, LB.
What's up?
Go ahead. So at the end of the day, I was reading it.
Oh, my bad.
At the end of the day, the Saints and CJ couldn't agree on a number, and the Saints got assets instead of not getting anything when he walks in. Exactly. That's what we've been saying, JL. The point is, like, okay, you could let him walk and get nothing, or you get something for him. Mm-hmm. You already got a deep secondary. So let's see what we can get for him. Hey, y'all want him? We'll give you a pick. Give us a pick. All right, let's go. And it makes sense. That's why what I was saying was, and then we didn't went off topic a little bit, but what I was saying was that the Saints fans that are worried about losing CJ is not that big of a deal. You're going to be fine. Mm-hmm. You're going to be fine in that secondary. So anyway, back on topic. The top 20. Jalen Ramsey, even though he's top 20, I wouldn't have him that high.
I wouldn't either.
He's top 20. Don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't have him that high. Now, Steve, you made a comment. You said that you feel like Debo should have been higher than that.
Yeah, I think he should have been higher than that.
So where would you put him?
What was he, 19? I feel like they just gave him the number that he wears.
Right.
Yeah, they did.
He just got lazy right there.
He because of his all-purpose yards, he got to be top 12, top 13.
1,700 yards, don't lie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think he needs to be higher. I can't think of the boy's name. There's some All-Pro that didn't even make the top 100.
There were some players that didn't make the list.
I'm saying an All-Pro didn't make the top 100. I forgot his name. I saw. Oh shoot, he didn't make the list.
Matter of fact, hold on. Did Minka make the list?
Minka did not make the list,
which is sad.
Minka did not make the list.
Because you know what? Hold on. Wait. Because Minka is better than Cordell Patterson. Minka is better than.
He's better than a lot of cats on here.
He's one of the best in his position. Yeah, Minka and
James Conner.
There's some DB. I'm trying to think.
He's better than Kirk Cousins.
Okay, so who's the highest rated safety on here? They got Kevin Byard. No way.
From Tennessee. Is he Tennessee?
Kevin Byard is 34.
Yeah, that's the highest safety.
He's better than Kevin Byard.
Yes.
So that's a crime.
Yeah,
that's a crime.
You know who else didn't make the top 100?
Who?
Terry McLaurin, and he's better than some of those guys that was at the bottom of one.
Terry did make it. Terry made it.
Terry McLaurin, no, he didn't.
Wait, I didn't see him.
Nah, he didn't make it.
He didn't make it.
Nope.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Oh, okay.
And Terry McLaurin did what he did with subpar quarterback play. That speaks volumes as a wide receiver.
Say it again.
When you got a guy who can produce like that, the yards and the scores that he did with subpar quarterback play, that's the definition of what a great receiver is.
Listen, that Washington receiving core this year is gonna be tough. If Wentz has it together between him and the rookie Dodson, those boys can play, man. Those receivers, that's a scary
and
duo.
That's the key.
No one's talking about.
That's the key. Wentz has to get it together. You're right.
If Wentz gets his head together, it's gonna be a scary offense.
Oh yeah.
Those
receivers. The only problem is though the defense is still suspect.
And with Chase Young having that injury and it's being like, what's going on?
No. They are complaining in Washington about the defense still.
See, that's why Tristan need to be on here, melatonin. That's why Tristan need to be on here, and because he can really give us some insight on the Commanders with that Washington gonna be mad at Wentz.
They mad at everybody. They mad at everybody.
It's a possibility.
It's
We don't know yet.
it's not far fetched.
That Washington fan base be mad at everybody.
Here's the thing about Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz at one moment could be like incredible.
Yes.
And the very next moment is like, who the hell is this guy?
Well, this is what you got to do with Carson Wentz. And he's not as young as Trey Lance, obviously, but you got to clear that roster at the quarterback position, because if someone's on his behind for his job, like some veterans are in Washington,
somebody's on his behind. You know who's on his behind?
That's what I'm saying.
You know who'd have been great to back up Carson Wentz? You know who'd have been great to back up Carson Wentz? You know who that? Jimmy Garoppolo.
But guess what? Carson Wentz still would have been rattled.
Listen, he got some heat on his behind, and he doesn't do well when that's the case. Period.
Carson Wentz. We need
Nick Foles won that ball.
Hold on. Carson Wentz, we need your permission to draft Sam Howell. Okay, we drafted Sam Howell. How do you feel? Are you okay? Do you need a hug?
That boy
gets a teddy bear. Do you want some graham crackers? Do you want me to read your bedtime story? Where's Slick Rick at?
And the thing is, he's not even mobile, and his line isn't good enough to where he doesn't have to be mobile.
He's a statue.
Yeah, he's gonna get hurt. He's getting messed up in preseason. He's getting banged up in preseason.
He's a statue.
He's gonna get touched.
There are some really good players that got cut today.
Kenyon Drake got cut, and he's gonna be picked up by Baltimore.
Who?
Kenyon Drake.
See, well,
Philip Lindsay.
Philip Lindsay's out there.
Yep.
Josh Gordon's out there. Guys, another receiver just slipped my mind.
You know what?
I should have wrote it down.
Josh Gordon.
He was good 8 years ago. He ain't done nothing since. He ain't even been playing.
Thank you.
It's another receiver, and I completely lost my train of thought. There's another receiver that got cut, and he's pretty decent.
Was it Preston Williams for the Dolphins?
He'd be a great depth piece. God bless it. I cannot think of it now.
Oh,
I got the link in the Facebook chat.
Oh, speaking of Dolphins, I know
they cut that running back. Sony Michel got cut.
Well, forget that. Byron Jones is out for 4 to 5 weeks. So if you're betting for the Dolphins to do something, I would reconsider that. So he's a big part of the promise that they're supposed to be having this season.
Well, they could always just score more points.
But they got to stop folk too. And Tua got to be on.
I was waiting for you to say that about Tua, because their receivers and running backs literally are a 4x100 meters.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
It's like ridiculous.
Absolutely.
It must be something about those Alabama quarterbacks.
Somewhere Mike Martz is looking at Miami's roster at home and touching himself. Mean, it's just like, you look at the speed on that roster, man.
And that's why everybody in Madden grabs them in the franchises, because they got all the speed. But Tua got to be on, man. It's gonna take everybody to work, man. Instead of these as you would say, these gimmick seasons, these gimmick teams, man. Like, everybody got to click to last the whole 18-week regular season. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But yeah, these cuts are probably the most interesting cuts that I've seen.
Why you say that?
Because it's some guys that are some decent players, not great players, but guys that could help somebody's team. Like that. This is the biggest number of guys that I've seen that's like, okay, wait a minute. Hey, man, he could come in and be a really good depth piece here or there.
Oh, I know who got cut. O.J. Howard got cut.
O.J. Howard.
Shoot, I would take him. We're talking about getting Mike Gesicki in the trade. We can sign O.J. Howard for free agency.
That is. So you got guys like that, and that's just the top of the. That's just
it's also a money thing. It's a money thing too, Eric. So you think about like Philip Lindsay signed as a free agent, right? He got a couple mil. It's like, all right, do we keep this dude, or do we go with someone who's as productive that costs $2 million less a year? You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's a talent thing. It's just an odd man out, that cap thing. I think
the salary cap is the real thing.
Yeah.
Because
And
Because,
I'm go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
because if I got a running back drafted in round 6, and then I got Philip Lindsay making $2 million, if his ceiling is higher than Philip Lindsay, bye.
Absolutely. And then you just you use, for an example, you use a running back. But I mean, running backs are dime a dozen.
And those
But
are the
That's
backups.
another reason.
right. So, but yeah, that also, like, I'm willing to bet before we kick off on September 11th
Mhm.
that there's going to be some drastic changes happening to these rosters.
Oh yeah,
Because
it's gonna start
these
tomorrow.
guys, they've cut guys.
It's going to start tomorrow. Watch.
Yeah, they've cut guys, but they're like, okay, we're keeping you on the roster until we look and see who got cut from somewhere else.
Mhm.
And then
Yep.
we're going, okay, oh shoot, such and such is out there. Let's grab him. Okay, hey man, clean out your
Yep.
locker.
Yep.
Like it's
Yep.
one of
And
those
that's
things.
and that's why they're cutting a lot of the veterans who have had success with
Making
that.
that
Because,
money.
shoot, if
Yes.
I'm a coach, I'm like, all right, I got Jonathan Taylor. He's clearly the future of the running back for a while for us. Lindsay can a couple mil. I'm like, all right, let me get rid of him because shoot, Matt Ryan gets hurt. We could sign somebody, off the couch, someone that just got, cut or whatever, had their preseason. We can do some
Yep.
stuff like that.
Yep.
We can get the best we possibly can at different positions versus we're already solid at running back. Like between
Oh, Logan Ryan's a free agent. Damn.
See,
yeah, exactly.
see,
Shoot,
that-
Dallas was gonna sign tackle at some point.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Duke Johnson's a free agent.
Who's that?
Duke Johnson, running back.
Oh, Duke Johnson.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's some guy. Marlon Mack got cut.
Yeah, Marlon Mack got cut. I'm not worried about Muhammad Sanu. Muhammad Sanu need to retire.
Yeah, he need to go to the house.
Um,
But there's oh my goodness, if you look at some of these names, it's like they're names
Hold
that
on.
you recognize, and it's like, wait
Hey.
a minute.
hey, wasn't Devin Asai the same guy who got played tight end, got signed with Hunter Henry the same year?
I'm
got
not
paid the
familiar
same
with
amount of
him.
money?
I'm
Yeah,
not familiar with him.
I
Bro,
think
you know
so.
everybody, man. I don't know who that guy is.
Yeah, well, he got cut anyway. I ain't worried about Malcolm Butler. He need to retire too.
yeah, that's another one. He go to the house.
I thought he got hurt. Didn't he get hurt or something?
Yeah, I think so. That's what it was.
It's like, okay, you need to retire, or we're going to retire you.
Tevin Coleman got cut.
Yeah.
Jaquaski Tart.
Yeah, he did. He got
Mhm.
cut.
Jaquaski Tart. I'm like, bruh, this is a guy who basically, if he catches that interception in the NFC Championship, we're having a different conversation. About the NFC West. Like,
And you might want to keep Jimmy G on the roster. I'm just messing with you.
hey man, I just calmed down. I just calmed down. No, I wouldn't. But yeah, it's some guys out here that could be contributors. There's nobody that's like, okay, he's gonna come in, he's gonna start, he's gonna just go off. No. Not saying that. But there are guys who could be
Josh Rosen got cut.
I said guys who could be contributors.
Josh Rosen got
Yeah,
cut.
you're trying to get Eric mad, Brandon. Come on, man. Come on.
I'm talking about guys who could be contributors. Contributors.
I like it.
Guys who can be contributors. Not Josh Rosen. Okay. But there's some names out here, and I'm scrolling through this list right now.
I'm looking through the list too.
Yeah, and there's some guys like, hey, you know what? This guy, he'd be a great depth piece for a team that might be hurting at a certain position.
I'm not bringing Kiki Coty because I can find me a young receiver.
Yeah, no. There's a lot of young receivers.
I know, but I'm just built different. That's why I can't wait. Okay, Laquantrell need to retire because he's a first round bust. Bye.
So disappointed, man. Shoot, I mean, you have some other receiver free agents. Isn't what's the boy?
Kevin White's a free agent.
You say Kiki Kuti.
I ain't worried about Kiki Kuti.
What's his name? Will Fuller's a free agent still? Odell Beckham. Where do you think he might go?
Odell Beckham might not get signed until like November, December.
Yeah, I see
think
him
so?
getting signed late in the season. Yeah, I see him getting signed late in the season.
Remember, he tore his ACL in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, once his knee is proven to be okay, then that's when
Charles Johnson's a free agent.
Who?
Okay, see, don't pay attention to Brandon.
Nah, I didn't hear what he said, to be honest. I really
Josh
didn't hear.
Johnson's a free agent.
Don't worry
Josh
about
Johnson?
it.
Yep.
Stop it.
Okay.
Stop it right now. Stop it. Okay? Because Brandon, when we get to this part of the show, this is where Brandon, his medicine start wearing off or whatever. I don't know what it is, but he gets really weird. And then I just get up and leave. And he has to sign off by himself or whatever like that. Brandon's getting weird right now. Right around that 1 hour mark is where Brandon starts losing it. Okay.
Oh, wow,
so that's our signal right there. Folks, thank you for tuning in tonight. If you commented tonight, thank you so much.
Christian Covington got cut.
See, that right there. That right there. That's why. Right there.
Ben DiNucci got cut.
I'm finna go. But thank you for tuning in tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're not finished yet. Davis Webb got cut.
Will Greer.
I'm finna go.
Will Greer.
I gotta go to work in the morning, and he up here talking about quarterbacks that couldn't even make the starting roster on at the school I teach at. So no.
Leslie Lenore got cut.
See? Steve, you've been gone. This is what we've been dealing with.
I'm back now, man. The season's about to start. I'm back now, man. So y'all got me.
Yeah, you got to help me reel this guy in, man. You got to help me reel him in because he just he tripping.
Hold on.
So thank you for tuning in.
Hey, he got cut too. My goodness.
See,
yo,
he didn't see
what? He got cut too. Goodness.
This has been Just a Fan Podcast.
Hey, whoa.
Thank you for tuning in. If you like football, we're just fans, just like you.
Just fans.
Please subscribe to us on YouTube. Hit like and subscribe. We're also on Spotify. We're also on Facebook Live.
Mm-hmm.
Please continue to keep our viewership growing because we're looking to do some bigger things as the season goes on. We're going to possibly have some former NFL players come on as guests and some other guests coming in throughout the year. So our show is going to grow. But all of you who have been faithful, all you guys who have been watching for the longest, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Those guys have been commenting. We love you. Thank you so much. But yeah, that's our show for tonight. Tune in next week because it'll be that quote unquote pre-bye week before the season starts. And it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. So we might talk a little bit about fantasy football for a little while. I just finished one draft this past Sunday. I got another draft this Sunday coming for my other league. Stop it, Brandon. Stop it right now, Brandon. Stop it.
We're not going to talk no fantasy football.
Stop it.
We are not experts.
No, we're not.
We are not.
We're just some fans.
Just fans, man.
Actually, that's true though. For real. All right.
So we'll talk about who we like and so on and so forth and da. You do not have to take our advice about fantasy football. As a matter of fact, I would caution you not to.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, short of all ages, please again like, subscribe, and share our show, YouTube, Twitter. And Facebook, we're live. Follow us, like they said, on IG, Facebook, and Twitter. Listen to us on Google, Apple, Spotify podcasts. We out, y'all. Peace.
I hate you, John Lynch.
Night, everybody.